Hi, it's Brent again, and welcome back for day 5 of our VIP Club special event on mastering your attention. Today we're going to talk about the intersection of attention styles, in particular open focus, and spiritual states, because this is something that's always been fascinating to me. And for most of my journey, including the first almost 10 years I did this professionally, I didn't know any better, as most people don't. And so the more advanced spiritual states that I tried so hard to achieve, I worked with so many amazing teachers, spent so much money, worked so hard to achieve them, I looked at it as almost like a superpower. The ability to see auras and read energy and see in the dark and get intuitive readings and all that. That seemed like a magical ability, like a Jedi trick or a magic power. And that's how it's taught by most people. I've since learned that it's not actually a superpower, it's something we're all born with. It's simply open focus attention, which in a deep state, in the last video we talked about the synchronous alpha waves. I believe when you really deepen it, those synchronous alpha waves become synchronous theta waves. And you should already know about the incredible power of theta waves. And so really the advanced spiritual states of feeling connected to everything, of seeing energy, of feeling hollow and light, of feeling joy all the time, of feeling that buzz of almost joy, even ecstasy inside of you moment to moment. That is achieved through open focus. And of course you can get through spiritual practice, it just may take a long time. You're welcome to meditate and chant for 20 or 30 or 40 years, and if you find it beneficial, awesome. But most people it doesn't really work, and the open focus training is an incredible shortcut to the higher spiritual states. And so I want to share a little tip. This is so valuable. I mean, this is immensely valuable, just this one little tip. I was always a terrible meditator. My mind would race, I would think too much, and I hated meditating because my teachers would tell me, well, Brent, clear your mind, don't think of anything, focus on your breath. And it was miserable for me. I couldn't do it, I'd get distracted, I'd have thoughts, I found it boring and tedious, and I couldn't wait till it was over. Now, you may be a natural meditator, and if so, awesome. You don't need this. But if you're like me and you think too much, the trick for me was learning that the open focus state is not the exclusion of narrow objective focus. In other words, it's okay to have the narrow focus, it's okay to have a stress response, it's okay to have thoughts and agendas and distractions. And instead of trying to clear your mind, which just doesn't work for most people, you simply welcome it all in. You allow your brain to be in narrow and objective focus and diffuse and immersive focus all at once. So if you're meditating, you focus on your breath and you have thoughts at the same time, and it's okay. Trying to push the thoughts out to clear your mind is very frustrating, almost impossible for most of us. And so this is so important because on the non-dual path of awakening, which I think is really your shortcut to real enlightenment, to true spiritual living, there's an emphasis on the internal experience of the meditative aspect, the resting as awareness. And when I learned this and was able to combine the open focus with the resting as awareness, with the awakened understanding, everything started to change. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really enjoying my meditation. It's actually an incredible, powerful, fascinating experience, and something I'm looking forward to. And so if you're like me and you don't like meditating, this may be exactly what you need. And I'm sure you're curious to learn how. We've spent the first 5 videos and articles laying a powerful foundation, because how you get to open focus is actually very simple. Dr. Femi has discovered some tricks, as I have, and I'm going to share those in the next article. So stay tuned. Next time we're going to show you very simply and easily how you can get your brain into that open focus state. And in the last article, we'll show you how to apply that to your day-to-day life to deepen embodiment. So I hope you found this really interesting and enjoyable. It's truly an amazing thing to learn, and I'll be back soon. We'll see you in day 6.